All right, y'all, what's up? All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is when you watch this video, just make it apply. I'm actually getting ready to go out to Sunday dinner with my son. We're getting ready to head out pretty soon, so I just wanted to do a reading, beforehand. So let's get into this reading. Uh, you know, Raising a son is something else, man. I tell people all the time, especially the ladies, you complain about men all the time about, sometimes how lazy they can be, how they don't like to clean, so it's like, that man, those behaviors that you don't like, make sure those behaviors don't exist in your son. Make sure that you are training your son to actually be a man. A man is just not all about, just providing and protecting. That's the thing that the church has taught for a very long time. And because of that, men thought that they weren't supposed to do like the day to day activities inside the home, that all of that stuff is only for the female, which we know is false. And so, we need to make sure that we're teaching our boys how to cook, how to clean, how to take care of themselves. All of that stuff is very important. I think, everybody do a good job making sure that the girls have those characteristics, but we have to make sure that our boys have the exact same characteristics. They have to learn how to do those basic things. I'm always in the kitchen teaching Elijah how to make things from scratch, how to make easy meals as well, but, knowing how to really, fend for himself, because you never know when, you're going to find that person and you're going to get married and, the whole 9 yards. And so until that time come, you need to learn how to fend for yourself. And then even when you get that person, you don't take those responsibilities away and just dump it on the other person. Even then, you still need to do those things for your family. When we put all of that responsibility on one person, it creates a lot of stress. It creates a lot of stress when we tell the woman, you got to cook, clean, take care of the kids, and all of this other stuff, but both of y'all are working. How is that fair? How is that balance? That both of you have a 9 to 5, but yet when the male come home, they get the disconnect from the world, play their video games and watch TV, and then the woman is slaving. Everything must be balanced. If one person is cooking, the other person needs to clean. If one person is doing the cooking and the cleaning, the other person needs to be taking care of the kids, getting, making sure the kids is doing their baths, making sure that you're doing the nighttime routine, making sure you're putting the kids in bed. It's all about a partnership. And I think that, for the longest, we have never understood what partnership really is, especially when we think of the teachings of the church. The church always taught us that the woman was less than, that is, Adam and Eve, and Adam was more superior, but yet he was the nigga that got tricked. How you gonna be superior and you got tricked by the woman? Common sense will say she more powerful because that bitch got some tricks and some manipulation if she made you eat that goddamn apple. But we don't want to teach shit like that. But a relationship is all about a true partnership. It's the same way as vice versa. The man should not always be the one that's paying, paying all the bills and stuff like that. At the end of the day, that's stress for a lot of people. Not everyone is blessed to have a, 6-figure income and stuff like that. You have to do what is best for your situation. And everybody's situation is going to be different. Stop comparing your relationships to other people's relationships. And you have to go into this contract knowing exactly what it is that you need for you two, not anyone else. It's not what your mother think, your father think, your brothers and your sisters, your aunties, your uncles, me. It's all about what this partnership need in order for the both of you to thrive. And let's make sure that we're eliminating all of this stress and everything else. Let's get into this reading so that we can go out to dinner. Thank you, Igun. Thank you, Spirit Guides. Thank you, Ancestors. Thank you, Sarabanda. Thank you, Risha. Thank you, Yeshua. Thank you, Oladumare. Thank you, Olaroon. Thank you, Olafi. Ashe, Ashe, Asheo. Remember to check out Otter Spirit. The link is always going to be in the description. I have on my green jade, which is really good for bringing in money. And then I have my rose quartz, which is really good for bringing in love and self-love, especially for all those that are going through a breakup. we definitely need to have our, rose court, bringing in, that self-love and everything that we need. We're going to do this a little different today. First, we're going to go into um, the first 4 weeks of December. What is December bringing us? Let's get a forecast of what December is going to bring us, and then we'll get into the typical reading of what it is that Spirit want to convey. Thank you, Spirit. Ashe, ashe, ashe. All right. So what is the forecast for December? Let's look into the first week, the second week, the third week, and the fourth week. So we already got some popping out on the first week. First week we got some movement going on with the Chariot card and the Page of Pentacles. All right, what is the second week of December, Spirit? Second week we got the King of Cups. King of Cups love popping out in this reading, in these readings. What is the third week looking like in December? Third week, there's a decision that's got to be made, and it's filled with the Nine of Cups, which is a wish being fulfilled. What is the fourth week of December? In the fourth week of December, we have the Four of Pentacles. We have holding on. And so the card at the bottom of the deck is the Emperor, which is a divine masculine. Let's go ahead and get some oracle cards for the week. What is the oracle card for the very first week? What is the oracle card for the first week of December, Spirit? Boy, we love getting this groupie card, groupie and unbothered. What is the what is the oracle card for the second week of December, Spirit? What is the oracle card for the second week of December? We have uninterested and somebody is impersonating. Okay, let's see what the third week is. Bad karma and obsessed lover. Okay, and let's see what's gonna go on in this fourth week. In the fourth week, we have car drama. So somebody gonna have something going on with their car, whether it's gonna get repoed, whether it's a car accident or something. Something is going on with the car, whether it's car problems. That's gonna be it for the cards for just seeing what the forecast of December is. So the very first week of December, we have very strong movement that's happening with the Chariot. The Chariot is very strong movement, and so the first week of December we have movement. Something is going to happen. Someone is going to move. You do have the Chariot is tied with the throat chakra, so this could be communication getting ready to come in. Now the Chariot is all about self-discipline. It's all about focus. It's very strong. It's stronger than the Knight of not the Knight. It's stronger than the King of Swords, because the King of Swords is being strong and determined. You know, and the Chariot kind of take on that exact same energy, but it's being strong and determined while at the same time it's having movement. But when you look at the symbolism on the card, you do have, your black, horse, your white horse. Here is the Egyptian cat. You have your black Egyptian cat and you have your white Egyptian cat, and it represents, a choice. This person can choose to go to the left or to the right. They do have a choice in the movement in which they're going to be moving. You do have this paired with the Page of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles is all about, someone coming in with a small gift. It's a small offer. Pages is always, gifts coming in. And so, the Page of Pentacles, it represents someone being goal oriented and someone planning. And so your first week of December, you're going to see some type of movement. Now, Pentacles, it represents physical manifestation, and that physical manifestation, it can represent honestly just a phone, with the throat chakra representing the chariot card, and then the root chakra is representing the page of pentacles. This could be someone that is just going to end up grounding themselves, and they're going to start communication. It's not nothing really big and grand on the first week. This is just a sign of communication, that there's going to be communication that is going to come through on the very first week. We have the oracle card. We have groupies and unbothered. This could be someone that's looking at you, and they could be seeing the fame, the newfound fame or spotlight that you have been in. This is someone that is saying that they're not bothered by this, but clearly in the second week, this is someone that's pretty bothered because someone is impersonating. Someone is copying your style. Someone is could be mimicking the very things that you're doing. And so the first week, this is someone that's saying, oh, I'm not bothered by this. But by the second week, this is clearly someone that is bothered. This is someone that's bothered by this energy. You could be showing on a public platform that you have moved on, or that you have, that you're enjoying life, without someone. And this is rubbing someone some type of way. And this is another thing that is driving this movement. Now, this movement, like what Spirit just said, this movement can be something unhealthy. This movement could be, someone, speaking to you in an indirect way, whereas, saying something negative or starting an argument. But at the end of the day, when you look past what is being shown, at the end of the day, it's showing that this is someone that's bothered. It's showing that this is someone that's looking at you. It's showing that this is someone that is interested. So, your first week, there's going to be, to me, this looked like a phone call conversation. It looked like, whether it's, through text messages, whether it's, through social media or something, this looked like, some form of communication. Now with groupies being here as well, this could also be a form of gossip. This could be someone that is, gossiping to other people that could be connected to you in some type of way, where it's like, hey, I seen so and so post, and, commenting on it. But, there is going to be strong movement the first week of December. We have the second week of December, we have the King of Cups here. And the King of Cups is someone that is being seen as a masculine. This could be a male, doesn't have to be a male. Take what resonates. Once again, this is something that is coming out as a Pisces. King of Cups is Pisces and Aquarius. And, this is something that I've been picking up on a lot of readings. It's that, there's a Pisces, specifically that is coming in. And so, this is going to be highlighted, the second week, that, the King of Cups is probably going to end up, not really showing their face, but this is someone that's going to be showing their emotions, because everything in the Oracle card is emotional based. And so, this is something that's very emotional based. You have, as the Oracle card, you have uninterested, and then you also have impersonator, that this is someone that's going to impersonate. So, once again, it's just like the energy with the unbothered, that this is someone that's pretending like they're not interested. But even when you look at the card, you see this person looking from afar. You see this person looking from afar at the other person, and they're looking at this person's back. And so these could be, two people that is still into it in some type of way, where you have your back turned to this person, and this person could be feeling like you are not interested at all. But at the end of the day, this is still someone that's impersonating you. This is someone that could be, looking at your post, and you post a picture with you being out with the kids, and now they're posting a picture with them being out with the kids. You're posting a picture of having a good time, now they're posting a picture of having a good time. That this is the energy of someone that's impersonating. And this is a form of obsession, where this is someone that's obsessed with you to the point that they feel that they have to copy off of you. And this is still a low form of trying to get somebody's attention, where whether it's impersonating you to kind of get you stirred up, to have you to reach out to them, cussing out and all of this other stuff. And this person is like, I knew you were still interested in me. And it's like, no, I'm not interested. It's like, at the end of the day, it's bothering me that you're impersonating me. This is definitely, it feel like a cat and mouse game, where this could be someone that's very immature. And when you look at the King of Cups is an emotional manipulator. That this is someone that knows how to stir up your emotions. This is someone that know how to make you move based on emotional things, where this is someone that's really good, and have the ability at getting under your skin. And so, the second week is telling me that, this is a week that you need to be balanced and healed. This is a week that you don't need to fall for the mirage. Just because someone is, posting some or trying to make themselves known, it doesn't mean that you always have to fall for the trap. Because by not falling for the trap, it lets the person know that they no longer have a hold on you, and that you have moved on. Whether you want this person back or not, you should still be in an energy that you are able to ground yourself, and that you are able to see through the bullshit. Because when we look at the chakra that's associated with the King of Cups, it is the third eye. And so this is a time that we really need to have our third eye open and heightened, so that we cannot fall for the bullshit. And so this is definitely a time that we don't need to fall for the games that somebody could be playing. Because to me, that's what it seemed like the second week is that this is more of a game of just trying to get your attention and trying to get you riled up. And so it goes back to the first week, where it's kind of like a shifting of energy. Is the first week is saying, the other person is bothered by what you're doing. And now, because they're bothered by what you're doing, they're shifting that energy back to you, where they are like, oh, if I'm going to be bothered, then I'm going to make you bothered. And now this person is doing this cat and mouse game, where it's like, look, I can do it better. You had on black, I'm finna wear black, and I'm finna look even sexier. You went out with friends, bitch, I'm finna go out with friends, and I'm finna do it to the nine. But it's like, why fall for elementary child games like that? You have in the third week that a decision is going to be made, with the Two of Swords being here. The Two of Swords is all about making a decision, and you have it paired with the Nine of Cups, which is another card of Pisces. And so the third week is saying that, a decision is going to be made. Some type of decision is going to be made, and this decision is involving a wish being fulfilled. And so whether this is a decision of someone choosing in their mind that, they're going to go back, whether it's someone choosing that they're going to give an apology, but there's no apology, really here. And there's no movement in this third week as well. And so the decision that's going to be made is probably going to end up being a decision that's going to be unknown to you. This is going to be a decision that this person is going to make internally, because we do have the swords that represent mental energy. It's mental clarity. And so this could be a decision that they're making internally, but with there being no movement here, this is something that could be unknown to you. You have, as the oracle cards for the third week, we have bad karma. This week could be very hard for this person, because this is the week that they're serving karma. And you have obsessed lover that, when this person is, going through this, karmic cycle on the third week, this could make someone think about, how much they appreciate you, because they're going into an energy of being obsessed, which we already seen this obsession, in the previous week, even though the cards didn't specifically say that this is an obsession. To play this game of cat and mouse is already in and of itself a form of obsession. This is someone that is, being, but it's a very immature way of trying to get someone's attention. And so this is someone that's going to try to get your attention. They're already looking at you the very first week, and they're seeing the changes that you're making in your life. And this is someone that's going to give some form of communication. The second week, this is someone that is going to shift that energy back to you to try to get you to look at them. Hopefully, you are mature and you don't fall for it. The third week, this is someone that's making a decision, and it's really the karma that's helping them to make this decision. And then the fourth week, we have the Four of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles is all about holding on. Now at the end of the day, this is someone that can be very stubborn as well. The Four of Pentacles is all about holding on to something and harboring, or not harboring, hoarding, and so, this is someone that could be holding tightly to, to what it is that they feel, what it is that they want to do. This is more of an energy of a blockage, because when we start the week, when we start the month off with the Page of Pentacles, this is someone that's thinking about, giving that Page of Pentacles, which could be a gift. It could be flowers. It could be, it could be a card or anything like that. But now when we get to the fourth week, this is someone that's holding off on it. That they are saying, wait a minute, I don't know if I really want to do this. This could be someone that's going back and forth in their minds on what it is they really want to do. That this is someone that is saying like, hey, at the end of the day, I really want to make this move, but there's something that's holding this person back. You do have car drama here on the very last week as the Oracle card, that this is someone that could be having car problems. They can get into a car accident. This is someone that can get their car repoed. This is someone that it's going to be something associated with a car that, once again, this is just to me the bad karma, coming out, because we do have on the third week that, karma is going to hit. And now in the fourth week, we see exactly how this karma is going to hit. We have at the bottom of the deck what we don't see coming. We have the Emperor, which is a divine masculine, and we have it paired with inside scoop, which means that there is an emperor that is spying on you. This is someone that's looking at you. They're looking at the things that you're doing. They're talking to people to get information, which we have already seen this energy. We have already seen this energy because in the very first week, we have someone that's making strong movement here, and this is someone that's contemplating about giving you a gift, but I think that this is going to come in the form of communication. They see that you are moving on, that you are in the spotlight, that you have people. They're trying to pretend like they're unbothered, but at the end of the day, they're still watching. And now the second week, they're trying to shift this energy where now they are trying to get you to watch them. And then the third week, we have a decision that's being made. This person is going to make a decision. This is something that's probably going to be unknown to you. This is someone that's going through bad karma, and this is someone that's being obsessed as well. The fourth week, this is someone going back into stubborn energy, and karma is enacted by having some type of car problem. And we have at the bottom of the deck, we have the Emperor, which is still looking at you and trying to get the inside scoop on what's happening in your life. Even the cards under that, you have someone being played out, where this is someone that's very tired, and you do have the Ace of Cups, which, this is love coming in. But, at the end of the day, even though the Chariot is here in the very first week, this person is starting off with great momentum in the first month. by the end of the month, this momentum is clearly, died down. Where I don't think that this is the month that someone is going to make a move, but at the end of the day, this is someone that is starting steps. Let's see what the general message is going to be now. And we will use another deck too. And now the card want to show itself. You have creeping. This is definitely someone that's looking at you. This is someone that's looking at you. This is someone that is definitely creeping. Thank you, Goon. Thank you, Spirit Guides. Thank you, Ancestors. Thank you, Sarabanda. Thank you, Risha. Thank you, Yeshua. Thank you, Ola Dumare. Thank you, Ola Room. Thank you, Ola Fi. Ashe. Ashe. What is in the card, Spirits? What is the overall energy? What is the overall energy? What is the overall energy? We have the seven of Wands. We have the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is clarified by the Eight of Cups. What is the too many cards? What is the crossing energy, Spirit? Crossing energy is the Seven of Pentacles, long-term view. What is the clarifier for the Seven of Pentacles? What is the clarifier for the Seven of Pentacles? What is the clarifier for the Seven of Pentacles? Seven of Pentacles, we have the Five of Cups. What is the crowning energy, Spirit? What is the crowning energy? Crowning energy, we have the Page of Swords, which is communication coming in, or this could be gossip. What is the clarifier for the Page of Swords? What is the clarifier for the Page of Swords, Spirit? What is the clarifier for the Page of Swords? We have the Three of Pentacles. This is definitely gossip. These some bitches that's getting together and gossiping. Some gossiping ass bitches in the crowning energy. These bitches just want to gossip their fucking life away. All right, bitch, we see you. Probably smell that stinking ass pussy too. But yeah, some gossiping ass bitches in the crowning energy. What is the clarifier? Ooh, clarifier once again. It's just like when it said car problems, because we have the Tower card here. It's some shit that's about to hit the motherfucking fan. In December, it's some shit finna hit this motherfucking fan. Boy, we're gonna do the oracle cards. We're doing a different deck. The first deck was what's the tea? This deck is tea is spilled. What is the oracle card for the overall energy with the Seven of Wands and the Eight of Cups? All right, we have silence, understanding. There's going to be a lot of unspoken things here, but you're going to know it intuitively. It's kind of like at the same time you're mirroring each other, and not only are you mirroring each other, you're more balanced than what you think. It's like it's not balanced, synced. It's like you guys are mirroring and synced, with one another. We have protect your heart and jealous issues. We seen that in the second week where this person is impersonating you. And so, this is someone that's, hey, we're getting the same energy in the overall message. We have mind games. I told you, it's that cat and mouse game. There's mind games that's going to be happening this month with these gossiping ass bitches. What is the challenge position? What is the challenge, Spirit? What is the challenge? And then for the challenge, we got quiet commitment. And then we have release expectations. We have the card at the bottom of the deck. We have temporary distance. All right, and then we have the card at the bottom of the deck for the overall energy deck is the Four of Swords. All right, let's go ahead and get into this and break this down. All right, so we have for the overall energy, we have the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is all about trying to maintain control. And so, whenever you're trying to maintain control in your life with the Seven of Wands, that means shit is falling apart. You know, shit is really falling apart, and you're trying to put everything together. But this is someone that's going to understand that, you know, they can't put this shit together because you do have the Eight of Cups as the clarifier, and the Eight of Cups is all about disappointment, abandonment, withdrawal, walking away, and leaving something behind. This is someone that's ultimately going to come to the conclusion that, you know, trying to maintain what it is that they got is that it's just going to be impossible for them to maintain. And eventually, this person is going to end up getting to the point that they're just going to walk away. And this is going to end up being something that they're going to abandon. We have as the oracle card, we have silence understanding, and it talks about things being unspoken. Understanding creates a deeper connection. You know, when you look at the card, these people are very synced with each other. And so this is someone that are you not only are you what do I want to say? Not only are you mirroring each other, but this is someone that's very synced. You know, it's like what one person is doing, the other person is doing. You guys are completing each other dance moves without even knowing it. You know, these are, you know, two people that's very, synced with one another. You know, whether they want to admit it or not, this is two people that's very synced. You know, you have a strong silent understanding about one another. And so these are two people that truly, know each other, that you have understanding, but right now you just don't have communication and trust. But that understanding is there. You know, these are two people that, can easily come back into balance with one another because you're already synced with one another without even being present. We have in the crossing energy, we have the Seven of Pentacles, and the Seven of Pentacles is this is someone that's thinking about long term view because the overall energy, this is someone that's not doing the best in whatever situation that they are in. This is someone that's trying to maintain control, whether it's trying to maintain control of a job, whether it's trying to maintain control of a relationship. This is someone that's not doing their best with holding on to what it is that they have, and eventually this person is going to walk away. And while this person is walking away, this is someone that's looking at long-term view. They're no longer looking at the present, they're looking at the future. They're looking at how their move today is going to affect their future. And this is someone that's in a slight depression because the Five of Cups is in a depression. This is someone that's realizing that they no longer have, celebration in their life because the Three of Cups is spilled over, but the Two of Cups that's behind them is still upright. And so this is someone that's eventually going to look behind them and realize that what's behind is more sustainable. What's behind is more suitable for long-term view versus what's in front of them right now. But at the end of the day, this person is still looking at the Three of Cups that is spilled over, and they haven't turned around yet to even look at the Two of Cups. And so this is someone that, again, where this is things that's going on in this person's mind and in this person's life, but there's still no movement here. There is still no movement of saying that this person is ready to come back to the Two of Cups. This is someone that's just struggling with their life. This is someone that's depressed, and this is someone that's trying to see how to glue it all together with the Seven of Pentacles. You do have as the Oracle card that you have protect your heart. This is a time that you need to guard your heart because you do have jealousy issues here. And, even when we look at the jealousy issues, we've seen this in the spread for what's going to come out every week, the horoscope of the week, of the month. And, we've seen this in one of the weeks that this is someone that's going to impersonate you, that this is someone that's going to be, looking at the things that you do, and they're going to try to mimic those things in order to get under your skin. The King of Cups was very strong and present in the last reading. And so this is someone that is really good with emotional manipulation. When we look at the crowning energy is where we have these gossiping ass bitches. This could be the interference in this connection, is that you have a lot of gossiping ass bitches in this connection that is interfering and that's giving their point of view, giving what it is that they think. The Page of Swords is communication coming in, but the Page of Swords can also represent gossip. And with the clarifier being the Three of Pentacles, this is definitely a group of bitches that's gossiping about this connection. And then we have, as the oracle card, we have mind games. And so, once again, this is someone that could be playing mind games with you. And I don't think that this is necessarily the King of Cups that's playing the mind games. It's the bitches that's in, this connection. And so, these are some bitches where, these bitches can be, reaching out to you in some type of way, whether it's on social media, posting the person that you were with, whether it's, talking to friends, saying how they are with the person that you were with. It's a lot of gossip that's happening right now in the crowning energy. Now, the crowning energy is also the present energy as well. And so in the present, this is something that you know and feel right now, that you have a lot of gossiping ass bitches that's playing some mind games right now. And so, the way that we deal with these gossiping ass bitches that play mind games like that, we take a purple candle and we anoint it with olive oil counterclockwise, because you don't want it clockwise, because you don't want it coming to you. If you have some type of reversal oil, if you have fairy oil, fire oil, those things will be extremely beneficial at this time as well, that you can anoint the candle with that. And then you'll sprinkle a little black pepper, a little cayenne pepper, and you can even sprinkle a little cloves. Don't go too much with the herbs, because you don't want it to stop the flame. And so that's when you're going to light that candle, and you'll end up reciting the Psalms. You can recite Psalms 91. You can recite Psalms 3 for spiritual support. It's a lot of different Psalms that you can do in order to stop this gossiping ass energy. Purple candles are really good. It's purple is for active energy. It's sending out energy to stop the gossip, remove the confusion, and especially with mind games being here as well. You can use all of the protection that you can use as much protection as possible at this time, because you got bitches that's playing games with your life, and that's when you got to let these bitches know, bitch, I know what I'm doing. Get the fuck back, or you will get hurt. Purple candles are not to create, damaging things. It's just to stop the gossip and to stop the negative energy. So you don't have to worry about sending out something bad that will ultimately come back to you. This is just stopping the gossip and telling these bitches to shut your fucking mouth and don't put my motherfucking name in your goddamn mouth. If you know who the people are, you can always write their names on a brown paper bag and put it under the candle. You will write it with a pencil. We always use the most natural thing possible. And if you don't know the person name, you can always write on the brown paper, all those that are talking about me, known and unknown, all of these bitches will shut their mouth. And then, sign your name on the petition, and then you can put that under your candle as well. Whenever we are invoking deities to assist us with this, then it's like writing a note. So if you're invoking Eshu to help you with this, or Elegua or Ogun, in order to clear your path, then you'll write on your paper, Elegua, I need you to close the door to all of those that are speaking to me negatively, that is, putting my name in their mouth, and they're talking about me in rooms that I'm not present. Ogun, I need you to clear this energy so that, I will be able to move forward. And so what's for me will come to me. Remove this gossip, stop these bitches, from talking about me, ashe, ashe, asheo, and then sign your name and then place it under the candle. And then you recite your Psalms every single day. You go to your candle in the morning and you recite your Psalms, and you go again at night and you recite your Psalms. If you're doing it with the deity, it's best to put that candle by whatever deity you are invoking in order to help you at this time. But those are the things that we do in order you know um to clear up the confusion and everything. You do have mind games here, and so this is the time that you definitely need to be wrapping your head in white, making sure that you're wearing whether it's a white hair scarf, whether it's a white bonnet, whether it's a white do-rag, whatever white you want to put on your head. This is the time to wrap your hair in white, and that whenever you feel a heaviness, coming on, whether it manifests in headaches or whether it manifests in just, being extremely drowned that you don't even want to get up in the morning, you need to make sure that you're washing your head with coconut water. Wash it with coconut water and Florida water mixed together. Really scrub your hair and everything with the coconut water and Florida water, and then run some cold water, on your hair. You can always do it where you put some coconut water in a bowl, you put some Florida water, and then you put some ice cubes to make it really cold and just really, scrub your hair. And then once, your hair dry, you can take some coconut oil and then, or something with some type of coconut oil in there, and then, moisturize your hair with some type of coconut oil. That is really good for, removing, things that's being projected onto you, when it comes to mind games. And, this is a good segue to say that, witchcraft is not always spells and potions. Witchcraft is sometimes gossiping ass bitches getting together and starting rumors and saying false things about you. And that form of manipulation is witchcraft. The things that we speak out in the universe, at the end of the day, it is witchcraft, whether it's good or whether it's bad. And so these are things that we can do in order to protect ourselves. We do have in the challenge position, we have the Sun card coming out. This is the happiest card in the deck. The Sun card is all about victory, success, happiness, but you have it paired with the Five of Pentacles, where it's saying that, this happiness is not going to come until everything is lost. The Five of Pentacles is all about insecurities, and it's all about a complete loss of everything. And it's a complete loss of material things. So whether it's money, whether it's a person that someone is holding on to, it's saying that happiness is going to come once this thing is moved out of the equation. And then once that energy of the Five of Pentacles is moved out of the equation, that is when we have the Knight of Pentacles here, keeping in mind that the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest knight in the deck. Don't expect something to happen overnight when the Knight of Pentacles is the energy that's representing movement. When the Knight of Pentacles is representing movement, it can take a while, because the Knight of Pentacles, when you look at it, the motherfucking horse is not even moving. The horse is still, but once again, you do have a lot of things here that that is showing, pentacles being held in the hand, whether it's the Page of Pentacles from the spread for what's going to happen every week, or when we look at the challenge position, or when we look at the Seven of Pentacles, money could be a big thing here. This could be someone that is, one of their biggest struggle right now is money, that they're struggling financially, that, that they don't have enough money. This could be someone that feel that their job is in trouble, that they may lose some type of income. This is someone that feel like they may lose some type of contract. But at the end of the day, we do have, bad karma, and we did have that bad karma manifesting in car problems. This could be someone that could lose their job, and it will relate to them having car problems. And so, those are the things that we need to keep in mind as well. But it's saying the sun is not going to show its face until the Five of Pentacles is, activated. And the Five of Pentacles is saying that this is the motherfucker that's going to end up, losing it all. Five of Pentacles is all about losing it all. And it's going to be in that phase of losing it all that, this person is going to end up coming back with the little bit that they have left. And that's when, this union could come back together. You do have, as the first clarifier, we have the Judgment card here. Judgment card is all about an awakening. This is definitely someone's spirit, someone ancestors that is moving on their behalf. And we have reconciliation with the Six of Swords, that this is someone that's going to pack up what they have, and this is someone that's going to head back home. But we do have the Tower card here, where the Tower card is the same energy of karma, where something is going to happen first. Something big is going to happen in this person's life that is going to shake their foundation, that is going to remove all of this false thing that they build. And, with the Tower card being here, with the Five of Pentacles being here, with bad karma being here, I definitely would not expect anything to happen in the month of December, because this is going to end up being a very struggling month for whoever this is. Karma is activated this month for this person, that this is going to be a, very, tough month. This is going to be more of a turning point of how this person is going to turn around in the Five of Cups and actually look at the Two of Cups that's behind them. You have quiet commitment here. This is someone that could leave a situation in a very quiet way, because you have it paired with releasing expectations. And so this is someone that could leave a relationship by ghosting. This is someone that could leave a relationship by not even communicating with the other person. This is someone that, could end up being extremely isolated, especially with the Five of Pentacles being here. You do have at the card at the bottom of the deck, which is what you don't see coming, another energy of giving up. You have the Four of Swords, and the Four of Swords is all about throwing in a red flag of saying, you know what, I give up. I can't do this anymore. And then you have the temporary distance, where he's saying the distance in a relationship is temporary and things may reconnect later. And so it's not saying that it's going to reconnect now, nor is it saying that it's going to reconnect in the month of December. But December is just a strong turning point in which this energy is going to start to shift. And so, this is a time for you, like what the cards are saying, this is a time for you to protect your heart and for you to really decide what it is that you truly want. Know that there's some jealous bitches out there that's looking at this situation, that's creeping in on this situation, and know that there's some gossiping ass bitches here that's talking about this situation and that's influencing this situation. And now I can see why the Three of Cups is spilled over, because the Three of Cups is also being represented as the Three of Pentacles. That, these are people that could be gossiping, that could be nagging, that as much as they are, talking about you, this could be affecting the person where they like, why are you keep talking about the person I left? Like, why are you keep bringing this person up? This could make the person, think about you more, just because, these bitches are keep bringing your name up. And it's like, why the fuck are you keep talking about this person? Why are you keep comparing yourself to this person? Why are you trying to dress like this person? Why the fuck are you trying to smell like this person? It's some crazy ass shit, but this is about to be a month of chaos for this person. But it's only chaos for you if you allow it to be, because at the end of the day, none of this shit is happening in your life. It's only going to happen in your life if you want it to. You need to do what the card is saying, where it's like, you're in the spotlight right now. Focus on your career. Focus on money moves. Focus on other stuff. Don't focus about no, bum ass nigga trying to see if this nigga is going to come back or not. Let that bitch ass nigga be a bitch ass nigga, and to spirit change them. It's like, we can't chase these bitch ass niggas, making them into the emperor. That is something that spirit have to do. Let this nigga stay a bitch ass nigga until he's ready to change. It's no point of chasing no bum ass nigga. Let him deal with that crazy ass shit. What is it that this person feels about you? What is it that this person feels about you? What is it that the person feel about you? What is it that the person feel about you? What is it that the person feel about you? We have the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups came out. This is strong love with the Ten of Cups, and it's paired with the Nine of Cups. And the Nine of Cups is all about close to success. What is the clarifier for this energy? We have shifting of energy, and we do have the Eight of Wands here, and the Eight of Wands is very fast. The Two of Pentacles is all about a shifting of the energy, and the Eight of Wands is all about fast acting energy. Now let's think about this now, because at the end of the day, even though it's saying it's fast acting energy, we have to consider what's fast to us is completely different. What's fast to spirit. Fast to us is we're going to get it tomorrow, or we should have had it yesterday. Fast to spirit is saying, I'm just moving fast to clear all of this negative energy in order for there to be a possibility of reconciliation. And so let's consider that, and so what we have about the feeling towards you, we do have the Ten of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups here. And the Ten of Cups is all about a divine love. It's all about harmony. It's all about, being rooted and grounded in love. It's about being emotionally stable. You do have it paired with the Nine of Wands. And the Nine of Wands is all about being close to success, but it's not there yet, because the Nine of Wands is also the testing of your faith, where it could be testing you to see what is it that you truly want, and it's testing the other person, saying, are you willing to change? The clarifier is the Two of Pentacles, that there's a shifting of the energy right now, that things are shifting in this person's life, which we have already seen. And it is crazy because the shifting is happening in their finance. And we have the Eight of Wands, that things are moving extremely fast. What is this person? Let's see, what's the person next move? What is this person next move? What is the person's next move? Too many damn cards, Spirit. I'm not taking a book. I'm not reading a book. What is this person next move? Person next move, we have the Devil card here. The Devil card is all about, being obsessed. The Devil card is about addictions too. And we have the Three of Cups, and the Three of Cups is about celebration. It's about happiness and community. And so this could be, the person being obsessed and coming back to celebrate. Let's see what the clarifier is going to be to see if the Three of Cups is representing an interference. What is the clarifier for this, Spirit? The clarifier is the Three of Wands, which is finding direction, is foresight, is opportunities. And the Three of Wands is a card of travel as well. And so, no, this is someone just being obsessed, and someone that is going to come back to celebrate. What is the future of this connection? What is the future? The future is the Seven of Pentacles. Again, this is someone that's looking at long-term view. And so, long-term view is, really good. This is someone that's looking at long-term and no longer looking in the present, and no longer thinking with their little dick. This is someone that's actually thinking with their mind, and not that little bitty ass head they got in their pants. So, the Seven of Pentacles is really good. What is the clarifier for the Seven of Pentacles? Let's see what Lit Dick is about to do. All right, we got the Ace of Cups. Lit Dick got the Ace of Cups to go with it. So Lit Dick is actually thinking about love in the future. This is somebody that's going to give a cup of love. And then we have the card at the bottom of the deck. We do have the Six of Wands, which is all about victory. And then right under that, we have the Fool card, which is a new beginning. And then we do have the Ace of Swords, which is all about mental clarity. And once again, we have the energy of being very sneaky, where this is someone that could leave a connection overnight, ghosting the other person. And so, all in all, there is some things happening in December, but at the end of the day, I still don't see a complete union. There's some communication that could possibly happen. There's some gossiping ass bitches in the midst of this connection. But at the end of the day, it's just like, buckle your seatbelt and make sure that you're doing the work that you need to do spiritually, that this is not interfering with your energy. Um, and so, honestly, more than anything, is I would say, you know, um, the other person, need to prepare because this is karma that's actually being activated, this month, for the other person. And so, it is what it is. I know we want love to come back together. Let's do a quick reading for the single people. What is for the single people that's not worried about no bum ass nigga coming back? You know what I'm saying? Let's see what's in the cards for them. What's in the energy for, all my people that's leaving a bum ass nigga, that's not worried about a bum ass nigga. We ain't worried about no bum ass nigga. About a bum ass nigga? What? We ain't worried about no bum ass nigga. About a bum ass nigga? What? We ain't worried about no bum ass nigga. About a bum ass nigga? What? We ain't worried about no bum ass nigga. About a bum ass nigga? No. Keep that bum ass nigga at home. Bitch, you took him, now you can keep him. We ain't worried about no bum ass nigga. About no bum ass nigga. What? We ain't worried about no bum ass nigga. About no bum ass nigga. What? We ain't worried about no bum ass nigga. About a bum ass nigga. What? We ain't worried about no bum ass nigga. About no bum ass nigga. Keep that bitch at home. Shit. You took him, have him, bitch. So what's in the cards for the people that's not worried about no bum ass nigga? What is in the cards for the people that's not worried about a bum ass nigga? We have the Knight of Wands coming out. This is impulsive energy. This is someone that's coming in. What is for the people that is not worried about no bum ass nigga? What is? We have the Empress. We have the Empress that want to come out. Okay, the Empress definitely not worried about no bum ass nigga. She said, "Baby, I attract. Like I don't know what the fuck you thinking. My pussy smell good. We attract niggas over here. My pussy is like honey and milk." She said, "Look, when the Bible said the land of milk and honey, they was talking about my pussy." That's what she said. She said, "Look, baby, they come out the wilderness to come up in this." She said, "We ain't worried about no bum ass nigga." Now I can tell you that for sure. We have the Hierophant and the crossing energy. Good. We have the Magician to clarify the Hierophant. What do we have for the crowning energy? The crowning energy, we have another knight. We have the Knight of Swords. Someone rushing in with mental clarity. We got the Sun card that that's flipped in some type of way, but it didn't come out. We have the Queen of Wands with the Seven of Pentacles. Someone seeing the Queen of Wands, and the Queen of Wands to once again talk about the Empress is really good because the Queen of Wands is another one. The Queen of Wands is like, baby, look, I'm sexy as fuck. What the fuck do I look like waiting on some nigga? He can come back when he ready, but at the end of the day, like I'm moving on with my life. I love the Queen of Wands. We have the Ten of Cups in the challenge position. And then what is clarifying the Ten of Cups? What is clarifying the Ten of Cups for all these bitches that's not worried about no bum ass nigga? Where they like, look, nigga, please. If you think I'm gonna be worried about that bum, but we still have, we still have the King of Cups as the clarifier, and we have movement at the bottom of the deck. We have movement at the bottom of the deck with the Chariot card. Um, let's see, I'll clarify instead of with the oracle, I'll clarify with the other deck. So we have as the overall energy for all of you that's not worried about no bum ass nigga coming back and you like fuck that bullshit, we don't go backwards. Then you have the Knight of Wands. This is someone rushing in. And it's saying what's rushing in is the Empress. You know, you could be having a divine feminine coming in. Remember, divine feminine has nothing to do with gender. You know, this could be a male, this could be a female, but the the divine feminine, is an energy of manifestation, is an energy of being able to, manifest whatever the fuck they want. And this could be someone that's coming in to to see what you're about, to get to know you. What is the clarifier for this? Because it's saying someone coming in. This could be somebody with some options, that you're about to have some options. And then you have the Emperor as the clarifier. Oof. You have the Emperor as the clarifier for the Knight of Wands coming in. Whether this is the Knight of Wands coming into an Emperor, or whether this is the Knight of Wands and this is the Emperor. But regardless, you have the Emperor and the Emperor. You have the Emperor and the Empress, here present. And then look, you have the Lovers at the bottom of the deck. This is someone that, at the end of the day, you could have a divine union coming in for you. Because, even when you are in a twin flame connection, when your twin flame chooses to act the fuck up and they choose not to come back to the connection, spirit will, send you another connection. It won't be another twin flame because you only have one, but, spirit will send you a divine connection. And so, this is someone that could be, getting a divine connection here. We have in the crossing, position, we have the Hierophant, and we have the Magician. The Hierophant and the Magician is a really good, combination, especially if, this is talking about, two different people. I don't know why. No, I would never, I guess I would never kind of see it as that, but I don't know. Spirit is saying the Hierophant could be a teacher, like a teacher or a professor. Now the Hierophant is tradition and, society and stuff like that. I can see it, but I wouldn't necessarily say that. But, someone could be, getting introduced to, like, this person's profession is going to end up being teaching in some type of way. They're going to be they're going to be a teacher. They're going to be a professor. And you have the Magician, which is, manifesting. And, the Magician is, once again, is mimicking the energy of the Empress, because that's what the Empress is. The Empress is, bringing things into fruition, bringing in the things that, she wants. And so, this is someone that could be saying, you know what, fuck that relationship. I'm about to, bring, in what I want. And then you have the Star card as the clarifier with the other deck. And the Star card is the card of hope and inspiration. This is something that I've been seeing in a lot of reading, the number 17. 17 could be extremely important to someone. And then even the card at the bottom of the deck right now, we have the Knight of Cups. And so this is someone that if you choose not to wait on a connection, or if you're single, this is love coming in. And this could be, a very strong love. Spirit is telling me that this person teaches in some type of way. You have in the crowning energy, you have the Knight of Swords, that this person is rushing in with mental clarity. And, once again, they are seeing the Queen of Wands as long-term view. And so the Queen of Wands, and so I will go back to the overall energy and say that the Knight of Wands, this is someone that sees the Empress as very attractive. And so you have someone that sees you as very attractive, with you being represented as the Empress and with you being represented as the Queen of Wands. And this is someone that sees you as very magical, with the Queen of Wands being here and the Magician. What is the clarifier for the energy? And so the crowning energy, we have the We have the Knight of Swords coming in with, mental clarity and everything. We have the Queen of Wands with the Seven of Pentacles. I got to show you so you don't think I'm lying. Because, sometimes, people be like, is that motherfucker lying? I'll show you so you know I'm not lying. I'm not that lying ass nigga you was with. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you to prove my worth. Let me what is the clarifier for the what is the clarifier for the crowning energy spirit? What is the clarifier for the crowning energy? We have the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is a destiny card. Ooh. With a destiny card being here, now this could be, because I mean, this is a reading for the singles. This is a reading for the singles, and for the people that saying, fuck that bum ass nigga, I'm not waiting. Now, if both of these readings are connected, the first reading is saying, hey, you're waiting on somebody, and this person has the possibility of coming, but it could take a while. But if you stop focusing so much on what's left, you may end up going into a destined connection, you know. And so, let spirit move. Let spirit do his thing, boy. Let spirit do his thing, boy. Let spirit do his thing. Spirit said, baby, I see those tears. Baby, I see you crying yourself to sleep every day. Get that bum ass nigga out the way. Get that bum ass nigga out the way. And Spirit said, I'm gonna give you what you want, baby. I know what you need. And sometimes we can, see this as, sometimes, we will pray for what it is that we want and never ask Spirit what it is that we need. And, and neither one is right or wrong. If you want to pray for what it is that you want, just know in that first reading it's saying that it's layered with some complications, but it will come to pass. No, it might take a while, but when we stop and we say, well, Spirit, what is it that I need? This is someone that, what is needed in your life is getting to a higher union where it's like, leave these bum ass niggas alone and, walking around with some stinking draws and, let's focus on, something better. We have in the challenge position, we have the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is love being fulfilled. This is another Pisces energy. And, we have the King of Cups as well, which is Pisces. I would not be surprised that if you actually, let go, and it's not up to me to decide that, at the end of the day, this is your life and you have to deal with the consequences of every action that you make. This is someone that if you actually let go, you might end up getting somebody very similar to the person that left, but they're a better version of that person, where you may end up getting like the exact same sign, but these people are night and day. Do what you got to do. And neither one is wrong. I'm not here. I'm not here to choose for you, baby. You do have the Nine of Pentacles. As the card that came out of the Nine of Pentacles is discernment, and it's also the fruit of your labor. And so in the challenge position, we have, love here with the Ten of Cups being here, and we have the clarifier as the king as the King of Cups. And so, it's saying that like, hey, there could be, love under the sun, you and Boo Thing with the kids basking under this rainbow of the Ten of Cups. And then, this person is going to be more mature, more emotionally stable. And then this person is coming in with the Nine of Pentacles, which this could be the fruit of your labor. The card at the bottom of the deck now is the Temperance card. And then you have the card at the bottom of the deck for the other one, the Chariot, which the Chariot is strong movement. The Temperance is saying, even though movement is here, you still need to be patient in order to really bring about harmony. And so, honestly, the choice is yours, but we now have two different readings for, the first one where Spirit is saying, a bomb ass nigga coming back, this bitch ass nigga may turn into the emperor. And then we have the second where it's like, well, this person don't have any delays, but at the end of the day, the decision is not on the reader. I know some readers that go in on, the old person. And, I go in on the old person too. I be calling them some of everything. But at the end of the day, you know your situation and you know your heart. If you're the type of person that you know that you can't move on, and even if spirit was to bless you with somebody else, that you're still going to be thinking about that bum ass nigga, well, that bum ass nigga is who you need to wait on, because you don't want to start another relationship and then you end up being the same as that bum ass nigga. Then now you moved on, but yet still thinking about that bum ass nigga. What is the purpose of hurting that other person, that new person's heart? That was one of the things that, I had to do for myself. And it's not saying that I want the past back, because I don't want the past back. Let the past be the past. For me personally, I don't want the past because it was too much hurt. It was too much hurt. It was too much pain. My last person, let them stay there. You know, but at the end of the day, now 2 years has passed with me being divorced, and I was like, okay, let me step back out. Let me, oh, that candle is talking. Now I'm looking at Ogun altar right now. Ooh, I'm looking at Ogun altar right now, and you should. The flame it started as one flame, but it's keep separating as two. Like, ooh, I gotta show you before you think I'm lying. I gotta show you before you think I'm lying. I always show people everything so they don't think I'm motherfucking lying. You know how this flame is dividing into two. It's keep going to one flame and it's dividing to two. As if, like as if this is like a twin flame that spirit is ripping apart. Like this is like this is a twin flame that spirit is ripping apart. I'm like, what the hell? I was just telling somebody that the other day, that whenever you do a reading, you always watch the candles. The candles in and of itself is its own form of divination. And the candles will tell you a lot. And I'm like, I'm just looking at that flame. It's just started off as one flame and it's still doing the same thing now. It started off as one flame and it's keep separating into two completely different flames. Like it's taking, taking two people that was one and ripping them apart. It's like, that was interesting. Boy, the candles in and of itself is its own form of divination. And so, before I got lost in the candle, I was saying, like, it's been 2 years since the divorce. And, I put myself out there and I started back dating. And, as I was dating, I was like, man, I'm still not ready yet. I'm like, I can still feel, like some of the hurt, and I still can feel, some of that energy. And it's like, I had to, back myself up, where I was like, you know what? Let me just stop dating for now, because I'm like, this is my soul telling me, like, you're not ready yet. You're not ready. Rushing into this thing is only going to make you end up hurting somebody the same way that person hurt you. And it's like, do you really want to do that? And I'm like, no. I don't want to bring anybody any hurt, whether it's intentional or unintentional. And so, I had to put on my big boy pants and say, you know what? It's not time for love yet. And we got to understand that, it's like, what is it that you're looking for? And, for some of us, we just want our love language. And my love language is, quality time. And we can get those things without being in a relationship. My quality time, the way I get the love that I want is through my son. It's through, people at work that I interact with. It's through, friends and family, of getting together and going out to dinner, having drinks with people, sitting down with my son and watching a TV show together. We just got done watching Stranger Things, which, Netflix, get your shit together. Because now you done waited this long ass time to give us a new goddamn season, and then you only gave us 4 episodes, and then at the ending of the fourth episode, you said the new episodes is not coming out to December 25th. And see, this why I don't be fucking with these shows sometimes. Because it's not like the old days. The old days, they had shows back to back to back. You didn't have to wait no fucking 1 to 2 years in order to get the new fucking season. That's what made me disconnect from some of these shows, is you take so fucking long in order to come out with a new damn season. Get it together, Netflix. It's a good fucking show. Now get it together. We need more episodes faster than December 25th. I just wanted to put that out there for Netflix, for in case they watch my videos. Now put me in a movie to do divination. um, but let's ask Spirit about this, about this flame. What is this flame telling me? What is this flame telling me, Spirit? Because it's still doing the same thing. It's burning separately. That's the only candle burning separately on Ogun's altar. Every other candle is just burning normally. His is the only one that's acting up, and it's a red candle. Red is for, passion and love. We have the star card in temperance. What is the clarifier for the star card in temperance? What is the clarifier for the star card in temperance? What is the clarifier for the star card in temperance? What is the clarifier? And the clarifier is the hermit. The hermit is in isolation. So and then you have the magician at the bottom of the deck. For some of you, Spirit is telling that you have to wait. For some of you, Spirit is telling you that you have to wait. It's just like with this flame that is separate. It started as one. It separated the two flames, and then it's coming back together as one. For some of you, you will have to wait. That this person, this bum ass nigga that you're waiting on, that is the bum ass nigga that you're gonna be with. And so for some of you, you ask Spirit, ask Spirit, ask Spirit, ask Spirit. I don't need y'all in the comments. Fuck that motherfucker. I don't need him. Fuck that motherfucker. I don't need him. 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 That motherfucking dirty ass dick can go away. That motherfucking dirty ass dick can go away. You know, okay, I get it. I get it. I created the theme song for you. You can put that on the cover of your magazine, baby. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we don't have to go deep in the comments, because I don't want to discourage the people that really do want to get back with that person. You know what I'm saying? For us that don't want to get back, let's move on. We had the reading of, the second or the third reading. It's so many damn readings in this one thing. We had it on the third reading of what's gonna happen when we let go of that bum ass nigga. But then, for somebody, that candle is kind of like the tower. It's kind of giving the tower energy, where it's starting as one flame, it's separated the two flames, and then the two flames are coming back together. And now the flames are dancing around each other. They're still saying sync. It's kind of like the one card, that silent understanding. Because now they're just dancing around each other, where they are in sync with their rhythm. For somebody, for somebody, for somebody, it's gonna be the past. You know what I'm saying? For somebody, it's gonna be the past. The past is coming back. It's the only motherfucking candle that's doing that. No other candle is doing that. No, not you. Now Elegwa, or no, that's Eshu. Now Eshu candle is doing that. It's doing the same thing, that is keep going to two separate flames. it's like Eshu and Ogun is somebody invoking Eshu and Ogun? Somebody could be invoking Eshu and Ogun, and this is their way of responding. Where it's like this could have been something you asked for, and they like, nah, nigga, you asked for this, you better wait, because now Eshu is doing the same thing. Come on, spirits, y'all better come on. Y'all better come through. Normally it's the ancestors that speak. I don't know why Eshu and Ogun is their candles is because now Eshu want to mimic the same thing. Eshu want to mimic the same thing now. Eshu and Ogun is the only candles that's doing this. Nobody else is doing this. No other candle is doing this. It's just Eshu and Ogun. Huh? It is what it is. Everybody else is stable. Everybody else is stable. Man. Okay. I see you. I mean, hey, there we go again. It's with the two is going again. It's two separate flames, and then going together as one. Is doing it again. Or people will be thinking you lying. I'm not that lying ass nigga you was with. Now I'm not gonna lie to you. There's no need for me to lie to you, baby. There is. Ooh. Yeah, okay. Here we go. There's no need for me to lie to you. So some people it's meant, because the star card is the card of direction too. It's spiritual guidance, direction at that. And the temperance card is fire and water being balanced together. Two elements that you don't think will go together, because the fire would normally burn the water and evaporate it, or not burn it. You can't burn water, it would turn it into steam, and it'll evaporate the water or remove the water, or the water will put out the fire, either or, depending on how much of the other element is present. But it's keep doing that, is keep going to two separate flames and then coming back as one. Some people is meant to be on this journey to be separated only to come back together. Interesting. Well, I think that's it for now, y'all. We about to go eat. We're about to go eat, player. We're about to go eat, y'all. I'm out. Stay in positive energy. I'm gonna post it today so that you can, listen to it before December. Y'all know I don't have no rhythm. All right, y'all, I'm out. That's not me dancing on a candle, because that candle that flame got more rhythm than me. That thing is in sync. I'm out, y'all.